Ramar is with us in Canada. Hey, Ramar, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Better than I deserve. How can we help?
Well, I'm actually ecstatic to be on this phone call. I can't believe I'm talking to you guys, but I'm calling from New Brunswick, Canada. I actually moved with my family and my two babies, 3 and 4, from Toronto, escaping pretty much what was happening over there. A normal run-down home was $2 million. We didn't want to get into a mortgage like that, and because we had the freedom of remote jobs, we decided, well, let's move. We wanted a more conservative place as well, so it's been amazing living here. But we purchased a house, $400,000 last year. It has been a year and a half, and I feel like I'm on baby step number 0. We are reading the book, and we're doing everything we can, but we had very bad advice with our mortgage. We went on a variable rate last year, and I feel hopeless. I don't know how to even get through this. So we've done what we can, and we got the book from the church, Total Money Makeover. We've been reading it, but with 2 little ones, it's been tough, and I don't know how to deal and cope with, I guess, paying the mortgage when we initially budgeted for $1,600 and we ended up at a fixed rate of, actually, we fixed our rate last week and we ended up at $3,200.
So you have a $3,200 mortgage, and what is your income?
So my husband makes $85,000 a year, and I recently started I work with the same company, actually, and I'm making $33.90. I'm not on payroll, but I've been with them for 10 months, and they are willing to put me on payroll. It's just it hasn't come to that yet.
Is $33.90 an hour or $33,900 a year?
No, $3,390 monthly, plus $85,000 a year that my husband earns, which is, I believe, it's $4,900 a month. Mm-hmm. So we're roughly around $8,000 to almost $9,000 a month.
Yeah, you're about $8,500 a month take-home pay, and you have a $3,200 mortgage, which leaves $5,000 to pay the rest of your bills. Why can you not do that?
I know, right? We feel the same, but unfortunately, since we got our home last year, we had, I don't know why we came up with the bright idea that we wanted to finish the basement that we had in this house because we wanted to rent it out. We said, well, maybe let's do like a side income and have someone be downstairs. And
so is it finished or not?
It is.
Okay, somebody living down there?
We didn't finish it. Yeah, finally.
Okay, and how much are they paying you?
Of being $1,200.
Okay, and so that's another $1,200 on the $8,500. Now, what other bills have you got other than the $3,200? What other debt payments have you got?
Insurance, I believe, is $240.
No, I'm talking about debt. Debt.
Oh, that it's $32,000 on a home credit line.
How much is the payment on that?
A lot. It's like $900.
$1,100
more, maybe, because we really got behind. Yeah.
Okay, $1,100. All right, so that's $4,300. Okay, and what else?
Yeah, $20,000 on a credit card, which I don't know how it even came to that.
Okay, Ramar, stop. Here's what's going on. Okay, your brain is scrambled eggs on this money stuff. Because you're all over the place just to talk to you, and that's where all your stress is coming from. Okay, so the numbers you've given me, because you haven't thrown me any numbers here that don't work. You've got $9,700 a month coming into this house, counting the $1,200 rent. Okay, the only numbers you've given me are $3,200 and $1,100 going out. So when you just start, my turn. Just at the top of the page, write $9,700 and then write minus $3,200, minus $1,100, minus a little for insurance, minus some electricity and food And then you're going to go, hey, where's all my dadgum money going? Because that's where I'm going right now. I can't figure out why you're stressed out about this. You should have plenty of money. So what that tells me is you guys are very disorganized. You're very chaotic. It's chaotic talking to you. And I'm not being mean to you, but that's what's happening. It's the stress is in the air. I can feel it. And honey, you got to get this. You guys got to get when you push this down onto paper and transfer this financial stress into actual arithmetic, the stress will start to dissipate because you are not out of control here unless you've left out entire segments in this conversation, which is possible. Mm-hmm. But you've got there's something about writing it down that makes it come alive and makes it get under control. So, Orimar, it's kind of like, remember that time back in high school, Ken, when you have a problem, or you might do it as an adult, and you sit down and with your friend who's going to help you with the problem, and you tell them the whole problem, and by the time you actually put it into cogent words, you know the answer, and it's not a problem anymore. Your friend doesn't have to say anything. They just got to look at you like you're an idiot, right? And so, or worse than that, you write it down. If you write yourself a report on what's going on, by the time your brain goes from jumble to verbal, and then one more step from verbal to written, you have processed this information very thoroughly, and the answer oftentimes will appear right in front of you. You're on the other end of that spectrum right now, Orimar, so you guys need a budget. That's what you need. And your time is not being managed well. Your kids are overrunning you. I bet your house is a mess. And so, the chaos is in the air. And when you get things orderly and straightened up, the calendar straight, the budget is straight, you're going to get on top of this and you're going to be able to run it so fast because you're really doing better than it feels like you're doing to you. Your numbers are not nearly as bad as your emotions are telling you they are.
Yeah, what I heard is someone who's being reactive instead of proactive.
Yeah.
And the power in writing it down and creating this budget, Omar, what Dave's telling you is right. When you look at just that exercise where he said, all right, let's start with what's coming in. You guys have got to write down what's going out. And when you begin to get intentional, proactive versus reactive, you guys are letting every day come at you, and I don't think you have a plan at all. And
your
it's
emotions
just
are managing this. Your
Yeah.
emotions are managed, not your logic.
That's right.
So get your critical thinking skills up on top of it.
Yeah.
Open up an $EveryDollar app, get that thing going. You've got a Total Money Makeover book. You and your husband sit down, turn the TV off, put the kids to bed, tell them to stay in bed, and we're going to sit here and we're going to read this book, and we're going to freaking do these steps exactly. We're going to get these forms out of the back of the book even. I don't care if you do it longhand with a yellow pad, but when you get organized, you will feel more in control. And the reason you feel that way is because you are more in control. Yeah. And it changes everything. Folks, when you jump on your $EveryDollar app and do your budget for the first time, and you say, this is how much is coming in, and here's where I know it's going, and then there's this big pile of money left over, you're going to go, what am I doing? I'm spending like I'm in Congress. Mm-hmm. What am I doing? You're going to have that moment where you feel like you got a raise.
It's true. $EveryDollar allows you to see where you are, and then you can start making changes. But the problem is when you don't know where you are, and what we felt in her was this, I just don't know where any of it's going, and I don't know, and I don't know. And here's what we know about just human psychology. When the scariest thing is the unknown. And so $EveryDollar allows me to actually, for the first time, go, oh, that's where I'm spending money.
Bad news is not nearly as scary as unknown.
That is so true.
The human brain reacts more aggressively and positively towards bad news than it does the unknown. You might have cancer. It's going to be 3 weeks before you tell you. That's 3 weeks of hell.
Yeah.
And then they say, you got stage 3, bring on the chemo. You're like, at least I know what it is. The devil I know, let's fight it. Here we go. Game on. But the unknown will drive you bananas. This is The Ramsey Show.